Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the after the show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get your skate every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
Well, here we go. It is always interesting around here. Very odd Monday today. Virginia not here. She did text last night. If you missed it, what happened was her daughter Magnolia's at the beach and got rocked by some waves and got nauseous and couldn't breathe. So they went to MD Now, and they insisted we rush her to the ER. I think she got water in her lungs, possibly. And Denny said he saw the paperwork that Virginia had sent, and it was non-fatal drowning, I think was the diagnosis of it. So crazy stuff. And she said that Mag's had a rough night, but thank goodness she's breathing better now. They pumped her full of IV meds and steroids and did ultrasound and x-ray and CT scan. She got discharged at 3:30. I just watched her breathing till I fell asleep. It's scary. Don't read about dry drowning on the internet. She's sleeping still, so that's good, but her breathing sounds really weird. Crazy stuff. And another reason I don't go in the ocean.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the ocean's just better than us.
It's really freaky when you think about it. You're walking in there and you're wading in the water, and who knows what the hell's underneath you.
If I had gills, maybe, but I don't. It just it doesn't feel like it's my domain.
I had buddies who would go out on their boat, and we would go way out into the water, and then they'd anchor down, and they'd jump out of the boat and start swimming in the middle of the friggin' ocean.
Oh, yeah.
And I always thought they were nuts to do that.
I think any of it's like crazy, yeah.
Whales and sharks and shit.
It scares me to death. So
hell no.
Yeah, I just keep hearing all these kind of like stories, and it's just some crazy stuff. So anyway, the good news is it appears like everything's going to be okay. But I had never heard of that non-lethal drowning. But some people, somebody had texted and said, yeah, it's some crazy stuff. Kids have died from it. That's just insane that you can actually drown without drowning. Got a couple comments here. We're taking a look at the Academy Awards, the nominations that were out today. I'll let you know that Joaquin Phoenix has gotten a couple of nods. Not too surprised. You said you saw the Joker over the weekend, and I hadn't watched it just because I'd heard it was depressing or dark or, not an uplifter. And usually I try to, stick to stuff that is, not things that are going to make me depressed.
I loved it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to probably check it out. It's nominated for Best Picture. Lead actor Joaquin Phoenix is in there. So, it got two of the biggest ones that you could possibly get. The director, Todd Phillips, is also nominated for an Academy Award. They had just announced with that. And to clarify, got an email here. It said Joaquin Phoenix's Joker movie is in its own universe by itself. A standalone film. It will not connect with Robert Pattinson's Batman movies. Also, Robert Pattinson is a very good actor. People only think about Twilight, but he's done a lot since. So, all right. So there you go.
Joaquin Phoenix was outstanding. I know that everyone says that, but he really was.
Yeah, I think he's got the chops.
Yes.
Robert Pattinson, I guess I didn't know. All I really know him for is, what he's done in the Twilight movies, and I can't shake that out of my head. And I think that was kind of his thing. He didn't want to get typecast, which it didn't work. And so now he's going to be doing stuff like Batman. I don't know. He did The Lighthouse, which I pulled up the other day because it just recently came out, and it looks like it's just two dudes that are kind of going crazy at a lighthouse. I'm like, I don't know if that's going to be good or not.
So weird you bring that up, because I rarely ever do this, but I saw that movie, and I'm like, The Lighthouse, and I watched the trailer for it.
Yeah.
The 3 minutes of it, after I watched the trailer, I kind of thought to myself, I go, what the fuck was that about? Was it just two guys at a lighthouse? I thought the same thing you did.
Yeah. That's why I didn't watch it.
Me too.
I was looking at movies to watch, and I was almost with the Joker, but I didn't. I'm like, what's this Lighthouse? I'm like, how can that be good? I'm like, I wasn't feeling it, so I didn't go with that. And I'm looking at all of his IMDb, and I don't recognize anything until going all the way down to The Twilight Saga. I mean, I guess that means I just don't know anything about movies. If he's great. Waiting for the Barbarians, I don't know that. The King, I don't know that. High Life, I don't know. Damsel, Fear and Shame, no idea. Good Time. Anybody know any of these movies?
No.
Nah. I saw Water for Elephants. That one was pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know that one either. Yeah, that was in 2011 he did that.
It was the last one I saw with him.
That was kind of in the midst of, that was, he did that, I think, even before the Twilight Saga started. That came out, and then he was...
He played one of the characters in the Harry Potter as well. I think that was kind of jump-starting his career. And then he went into the Twilights, or he did them in tandem.
Yeah, okay, I guess the original Twilight, Edward Cullen in 2008. And he was, before that, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire in 2005. Yep. Cedric
Diggory.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, but people saying he's a good actor.
Have you seen all the Twilight? I've seen all of them. Just from,
No, I don't think I watched. I think maybe I watched one, and for some reason two. I can't even believe I went that far, and then I don't think I watched the third one. Because I don't, again, I think what it came back to me is it wasn't that good.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know, fluffy. It's not really like that good. There's two cool parts in it, but aside from that, out of 4, I didn't think it was that great.
Yeah. Okay. The one I told you about, the Messiah, I watched that on Netflix. I thought that was really good. I thought it's a really interesting concept, which I really liked. And to me, I'm a Bible dude anyway, but I think it's just fascinating because, even the figure of Jesus, you look at him back in his era, a lot of people are like going, this guy's a magician or a wizard or a snake oil salesman, or he's got people. Because imagine if you see all this kind of stuff, you're like, all right, this guy he's trying to say he's the son of God. He's not the son of God. I don't know what this is. He's got to have some kind of little ploy with this. That was a setup. And so imagine if somebody started doing that today, how people would react to him.
If somebody all of a sudden turned the water into wine.
Yes, you were the thing, and that's kind of what happens in Messiah. He's in he's in public places where now, and the thing that's interesting too, what's fascinating is imagine the concept of Jesus, but with social media. So when this guy does something, of course, somebody's got a camera, and then it goes viral globally, and everybody's like, wait, what is up with this dude? And he's doing stuff that you're like, okay, that's amazing. Looks like a miracle, but imagine if he had a background in magic, which the guy does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
do you think magic's creepy?
No, I don't. I think magic can be cool. I think some magicians are creepy.
The person.
Yeah. I think that's why I get sometimes a bad rap. But no, I would love to be able to do sleight of hand and that kind of stuff. It's kind
like
of fun.
David Blaine shit.
To me, just the little, you make something disappear, that quick little, an illusion.
You could practice that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I got a lot of things on the list.
Year of Adventure?
I want to speak Spanish, play drums, and do a magic trick.
I'm working on my juggling.
Oh, you are working on it?
I am.
Okay. How's it going?
I'll get it.
You can definitely learn it. I took a psychology class, and to get an extra, points towards your final grade, if you learn to juggle within the time frame of the class, he would give you an extra A or something to average into your score.
It's amazing what you can learn from YouTube. You can learn anything. I mean, that's how I learned how to make cheese enchiladas, and they're pretty fucking good, Denny's, may I say.
Oh yeah. Juggling's a trick.
I saw something about that where it was like, I think it's like 20 or 40% of people today don't do anything around the house without, looking for a YouTube video. And I was going to, I should have before I trimmed Coco. I should have I'm sure there's probably a dog grooming tutorial.
There definitely is.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, I should have probably boned up on that a little bit.
Whatever you want, I guarantee you there's some type of forum or tutorial about it.
We were just talking about it, Bert and I, about how there's a lot of professions now that are probably being pushed to the wayside just because you can get internet tutorials. Like, think about it. If you wanted to learn an instrument in the past, you would have to go to an instructor, and he'd have to break it down for you. Now that you can do it on the internet, I mean, it's kind of, why would anyone go anywhere?
That's true.
It definitely is it's got to put music teachers out of business.
I bet it's affected a lot of industries where, you can learn stuff just by going on and, YouTube, and especially the mediocre ones.
Yeah.
I can imagine, and unless you've got somebody that's a really good teacher. And I think with anything now, technology is forcing a lot of people and a lot of professions to be on top of their game.
Well, think about even just a mechanic. You would go to have something, a noise in your car, right? And you take it in, it costs you $150, $200. Now you can go on the internet and be like, oh, it's not even that big of a deal. I don't need to take it in. You know, you can kind of look up those type of things.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, I think a lot of people are doing that.
Good point, Denny. I think that's a really great.
I'm a little stuffy over here. So fortunately for everyone here, I think I kind of kicked in Friday, so it was Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, me and Denny's have got some kind of weird cold. Do you have anything like that? Well,
it's like a 3 or 4 day cold.
We've been both kind of sick the last couple of days.
No, I think I've been okay. I've been good. I'm nice and strong.
You're always so strong, Ralston. So disciplined.
Yeah, I gotta work on it though. I mean, you gotta get your sleep. You gotta eat right. You've got to take care of your body.
Beard's always on fucking point.
It's a lot of work, my man.
I hear you.
Think there's an accident?
No, that's it. He looks great.
Yeah, gotta keep that stamina going. I'm not getting any younger.
I hear you.
He got an email from Brendan. He said, hey, Kev, here's another diet you may want to check out. It's called the Whole 30, pretty much cutting out sugars and processed food. It's meats and veggies heavy. Fruits are out due to sugar levels, more frequent, smaller portions. Yeah, everything just is flip-flops all over the place with diets these days. What I read about keto is that even though some alcohol is keto-friendly, they still form sugars and it pauses your metabolism to burn the alcohol and stops burning your own stores. At best, alcohol once a week or less. Not my type of diet. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, there's just so many diets. I was just reading, it's back and forth and all that kind of stuff. Dang it, this thing cut off the photo. But you remember, if you remember the Titans? The dude who's kind of the bigger white dude that, loved the soul music.
He's been in a bunch of stuff.
He was in Below.
That was
Tuna.
him before, but he's all jacked now, so it cut off his face.
He looks good. His face looks good, too.
Yeah.
Very chiseled.
Yeah, so whatever he's doing, it's working out. So, yeah, I'm trying to do the...
Still in the plant-based?
Yeah, I've been doing that, but it's real tricky. You got to watch stuff, and I'm learning stuff. I'm doing as best as I can, and like my wife, we went to Dunkin'. I was telling you about the plant-based sausage that they have, and we got it, and I tried it. I'm like going, okay, well, this has got egg and cheese on it. She's like, oh, it's all plant-based. I'm like, really? So I ate it, and then I talked to somebody like going, no, that's regular. And so that's the problem, and to me, I don't really get it. Why are we doing a plant-based sausage if you're going to have
everything else has animal in it?
Right, and that's animal. So what are we doing?
I think a lot of people misinterpret the plant-based foods for being like the healthier alternative, because there is plant-based junk food too.
Oh yeah.
What it is it's just you're cutting out meat.
Yeah.
It's essentially a meat-free diet.
Yeah, and I'm getting that. I'm trying to watch to realize, because my food service thing, I can't get that right because they're used to me doing keto, and apparently I signed up wrong and I got keto meals again this week, which I can't eat.
Yeah.
I got keto last week, I got keto this week, and so I'm just throwing out meals. Just it's really, honestly, all these diets are a fucking pain in the ass.
Oh, jeez.
That's really the best way to put it.
Dude, have a waffle.
They all are.
Have a waffle.
Yeah, I actually could now and then. But I'm still trying to stay away from the white processed flour
It's
and
got
the
a lot of.
sugars.
This has so much butter on it.
Yeah, it's just tough. Yeah, and you can't do the butter. Yeah, so yeah, that's the problem with any of these things, is getting food that you can eat and getting the right stuff. Our society's not set up for people who want to eat right and eat well.
Oh, get on a highway. There is no healthy options if you drive from here to New York.
It's tough. You're like, to me, I want the right food and just the right amount, and that's it. That's all I care about. But if that is your end goal, why is it that tough?
It's a full-time job.
It is amazing in our society just to find the right kind of food for my body and the right amount. That should actually be how we start off the food that we eat.
Yeah.
Is you be like, here's the right amount and what you need to eat. Just eat this and you're going to be fine. And it's so hard to find that. Like, it's almost impossible.
And when you do, it's expensive.
A lot of times, to get it so it's affordable, you have to know even more. It is a constant job of studying, and every diet is, and everything you read flip-flops all over the place. But as I do kind of whittle it down, nobody's really arguing against vegetables.
Yeah.
Nobody's really arguing about, no, you need to have a lot of sugar in your diet. No, you need to have a lot of processed food. No, I mean, those are the ones like, okay, that seems to be the consistent. So there you go.
There's not. I can think of my favorite food right now, and there's no way I would want to eat it right now. Everything would gross me out. I'm that full.
Have you knocked out another waffle?
I'm at 6. So as of right now, I'm at 1:30.
You ate 6?
Yeah.
Yes.
If I just keep going on small little runs, I'll be all right. I just got to keep going. But I'm taking another break. People thought I'd be eating more. They're bigger than you think.
Yeah,
man.
that's bread.
They're actually a lot bigger. They're kind of bulky in the middle.
What you probably got to do is, because I mean, you were drinking some liquid with them, and that takes up real estate in your stomach. You just got to probably drain the main vein a couple times.
I have not gone pee yet. I need to go pee.
Once all that happens, that'll probably clear out some room in your stomach. And about 2 hours from now, you'll probably that'll start liquefying and moving to your.
Well, Jaber was asking me when I had to do the cupcake thing during the Great 48.
I remember that too.
Well, and Virginia is bound determined that I got a call and I had to come in here, and management was no matter what I say, she won't believe that.
Told us to shut up and shut us down.
Yeah, whatever.
I remember that too.
Yeah, it was my thing because I'm a great policeman. So, but as I was laying in bed, you're talking about how you're eating all your stuff. All I kept thinking about was time is ticking. And I knew how tough it was and how many cupcakes I could eat. And I was doing the time because it had to be done by 10.
Yeah.
So I had that deadline where I had to eat those cupcakes in that amount of time. And I started doing the math. I'm like, okay, right now you're at 2 cupcakes an hour if you did that. And I'm like, if you're like, I had the alarm set for 4 a.m. or something like that. I'm like, if you sleep until then, now you're going to be at 3 or 4 cupcakes an hour to finish up in time. I'm like, I just don't think I could do it. I'm like, and I just kept sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, fuck it, just go.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't sleep last night. I was thinking about this because I knew today was going to be awful.
Yeah.
But you are really pretty good at the eating challenge. You are way better at that stuff than I am. I got a bitch ass stomach. I really do.
Well, I got Fat Kev's stomach still. I mean, I can
really
still
good.
pack down a good bit of food when I want to. And I've been pretty good on my portions. But yesterday, my wife and I didn't even realize we went and got that pizza. I got the cauliflower crust. And for whatever reason, I wasn't even thinking, but she got her own. Because I was thinking they're like more personal, smaller pizzas.
Yeah.
And I thought that's what they were. And so she got her own and I got mine. And they're a little bit bigger than I thought, but I still ate all of it, but one slice.
Yeah.
But they're not cheap. My gosh, it's $20 a pizza.
I know, man.
And
When you do those specialty pizzas, it's a lot more money.
Holy crap, man! I was like $20. She's
And they're
like,
not that big either.
no, $40. So I'm not sure I'm going to make that a regular thing.
You
but-
could, if you were really, really hungry, you could eat 2 of those.
Yeah, I
could.
was kind of hungry because I had much of breakfast, so I knocked almost, like I said, the whole thing except for one slice down.
Oh, their Nutella
So-
pizza though. Gosh, man.
I can stretch it. Yeah, I can do it. I can eat a lot if I wanted to.
I'm a big so something about there's a certain kind of chocolate where even when I'm full, I could keep going back for more. It must be some kind of an addictive
I've had that
chemical
where
in there, man.
Yeah.
That 2J's cake that I had, that I brought it home over the weekend. I mean, I just fucked that up all weekend.
That probably
long.
didn't help.
I did not stop. I couldn't stop myself.
Yeah.
I get it.
It's like a drug, man.
There's flavors that I can't control myself around.
What's your flavor?
Mine, I'm a pasta guy, man. It's something about like a carbonara.
Can't stop, can
or
you?
a penne alla vodka, man. Oh, God. I just can't stop eating it. I'll eat it like a dog until I'm sick.
Right. Yeah. I think everybody probably has that one thing that is just it's shameful eating.
What did you have?
Well, my pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it for me. And that, like I said, I really surprised myself because I've been very good on portions lately. And yesterday I was not. I should not have eaten as much as I did, but it's good.
I'm pretty good with portions, and occasionally I just lose control. Like I no longer can stop eating, and then I won't eat for 3 weeks like that.
Okay.
It's a weird. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe I like the pain to remind me.
We do it. We all get on our little binges. So there you go. Let me see. Got an email here. Says from Liza. Said I just have to say the preparation H&R block video had me dying. Reminds me of the time that Jaber was quizzing Kevin on spelling, I believe, and he tried to say gubernatorial. Please, please, please get him to try to say it again. She loves that. Well, Jaber, go fuck yourself. Let me see. Got an email here about the live stream. The Bearded Mexican said, hey, I'm sorry to say it, but I think not streaming on live stream anymore is a bad idea. I use live stream when I'm out detailing cars because I have my AirPods on and I can close out my phone and your show is still playing in my ears. I can't do that with YouTube because when I close out my phone, the audio cuts off. I can't leave my phone on in my pocket for it getting hot or possibly accidentally switching videos all the time. Sorry if you already explained why you won't be streaming on live stream anymore, but you could tell me why the change. And Jay Beer, go fuck yourself. Yeah, Bearded Mexican. Why we're doing that is because live stream, our audience there, a lot of them were going to YouTube anyway. And when we look back and forth, we notice, okay, having it split on the platforms, there wasn't a lot of people in the chat room. The numbers were going down. And YouTube is free for us compared to live stream, which is how much a year?
Live stream is $7,000 a year. And we have about 6 times our audience on YouTube compared to live stream. It's a very small number. So it makes sense to take that and try and put it into something better for us than to keep spending it on live stream when we're not even getting really a return on that. So.
Yeah, so we're going to take that money and reinvest. Our goal here this year is to redo the entire KVJ studio to make it a better looking video studio. And we don't have endless budgets here. We got to scrape for every penny. So that is a good chunk of money for us. So to be able to take that money out and put that back into making the whole video presentation on YouTube look better is the reason why. It just financially does not make sense to keep doing that. It's madness. And as far as wanting to listen to it that way, I would recommend going to our podcast. I mean, if you're not really looking at the video anyway and you want to close out your phone, if you go to the KVJ Show podcast, just get in the habit of going to the podcast. You can listen to it that way. You can close out your phone and you'll still get the audio and be able to hear. The podcast apps you can download for free. It's still not going to cost you anything at all. You can go to Podcast One or Podbean. If you got an iPhone, there's a podcast app that's already there, and just listen that way. And then, switch to the video if you want to do it that way. So that would be my suggestion if you want to do it. But, yeah, everything costs money. Do you still do the YouTube Red, and does that mean you get the commercials cut out, Jay?
Yeah, I do still do that. I probably should cancel it, honestly.
Okay.
Just because I don't...
all you have was Cobra Kai on there, right?
Yeah, and they're going to a different network, so what's the point?
They are? What are they going to?
I forget where.
That seemed like that was the only thing YouTube had.
Yeah. I can Google it if you really want me to. It may take me a while.
That's all right. I was just kind of looking at some of the streaming prices that were out there because I noticed it seems like YouTube's throwing some mandatory commercials at you.
I'm keeping Disney because I know they're doing the Ben Kenobi thing that's coming out. That's going to be worth it.
Yeah.
But when is that coming out?
I don't know. I haven't heard a release date on that. I haven't even heard confirmation on that. I heard some people talking about it, but I don't know on that. But the thing about the Disney, and I'm only doing it, in fact, I signed up for it, the 7-day free trial, watched The Mandalorian, and then canceled it. But I've already got the ESPN Plus, and I think we might even have Hulu, and it's $12.99 a month. So, if they keep doing good programming, there's nothing else I'll probably watch Disney for other than the Star Wars stuff. Netflix premium's $16, Amazon Prime is $13, and HBO Max is $15. So those are some of the streaming prices that are out there today. If you're figuring out what you get, to me, HBO is worth it. After watching Succession, that is a good show that I love to pick up on. Amazon Prime, I haven't really used a lot. Netflix, I think, is definitely worth it. And ESPN Plus, I don't know yet. Right now, I'm not sure that ESPN Plus is worth it. If I had to get rid of one,
could get rid of it.
I might. That would probably be the one that I would do if I had to get rid of any of them. Are you a digital hoarder? They had this thing here. It says 52% of Americans in a new survey said that they've never deleted a single file from any of their devices. A single file. On average, about 25% of your storage is devoted to old, unnecessary stuff.
Does that include emails?
Yeah, I think it's probably everything. A single file off any device. Yeah, I think that's kind of the main thing. Do you hoard on to stuff a lot longer than you should?
I don't mean to. I'd never do that kind of stuff.
You never clean.
I mean, I have like 10,000 emails on Yahoo that I have not gotten to quite yet.
Do you still use Yahoo?
Sometimes.
Okay.
I have a lot on my... It depends. I mean, I feel like if there's a real big emergency, people will get a hold of me.
Yeah.
Okay. If the fire is just taking us all down, you'll be able to get a hold of me.
Somebody's saying on the streaming stuff, but the podcasts are not live. He's probably listening live like I am, and live stream allows you to do other things on your phone while you listen. Yeah, that's, I don't know. We'll have to figure out. Maybe there's a way that we can do the streaming some other way. So I think the podcast we've applied to have it start being on iHeart. Maybe there's some way that we can stream what we're doing some other way other than live stream. So we'll look into it. We'll try to figure it out. But yeah, it's just cost. So hopefully here soon we can figure that out. Let me see. We've also got this about the alcohol. It says, according to the new survey, about 1/3 of people who swore off alcohol for January have already given up. They do that, whatever it's called.
Did you drink it all this weekend?
Yeah, I did, but I never tried to give it up.
Yeah, no, I know you didn't.
Yeah, no.
I was just wondering.
Yeah, I drink pretty much nonstop. Yeah. I'll stop drinking. I'm not quitting.
I feel bad. Everyone says, man, Jay Bird sounds like he's moving real slow. I feel so bad.
Yeah, you're slow. Denny's is sick. Virginia's not here.
I know. I feel really, really bad. I'm so trying to stay focused.
I hear you.
I don't know why. This is killing my stomach. People are calling me a pussy.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I agree.
It's a tough challenge. I didn't know how tough it was going to be.
This is tougher than I give it credit, man. It really is. I just got to keep.
You've knocked out 6 waffles. And that would mean that you're 18 hours.
I'm out of here at 1:30 a.m.
right now.
And these what here's the problem is these are getting so gross. They're getting mushy.
I wonder if there's a way.
And soggy.
Should you put them in the? I don't know.
I don't know either, man. And
is there a way to keep them crisp?
The syrup. If I had syrup, I there's no. I don't know if I can keep syrup down, man.
So it's a legit challenge.
Oh, this is a legit challenge. I mean, there are some people that are really built for this kind of stuff. That Joey Chestnut guy.
Yeah.
He's a freak. Those people are freaks. And then you see these really, really small, petite women that go up there and fucking crush it. They'll eat 9,000 hot dogs or 10,000 sausages.
Yeah, but they really do. They legitimately train for this stuff. Like, they know going in, and probably a big part of it, like some people who do this Waffle House challenge, they go into the Waffle House and do it there. So they're ordering up a hot, fresh waffle every time they're ready to eat a new one.
And and
it would suck having to listen,
I went into this kind of nonchalant. The first 3 waffles I had was syrup, a ton of butter. I wanted to enjoy it, and you said it should never be enjoyable in the food challenge. And I came in here trying to enjoy the first part.
Yeah,
I came in here real soft.
Well, you added extra calories to it by putting the butter and the syrup on there, and then drinking the soda.
I did not take. I mean, I really
got to stick to the task at hand.
I fucked up, man. I lost my heart.
Somebody's thinking maybe if you just got a toaster oven that you could put them in, or an air fryer, or if somebody has one they could bring by, then that might pick them back up.
Toaster, we do have a toaster here at work. That's not a bad idea. I like it.
Yeah, put a little bit of heat back on so they'll dry them up a little bit, maybe crisp them up so they, might be a little bit better.
So I think I should stop forcing myself to eat until I get a little bit hungry again.
Okay.
Is that the wrong move?
I don't know.
Well,
I mean, how long is that going to be? You may be. The only thing is you may not get hungry for another.
Oh, man.
I mean, it may be 5-6 more hours before you get hungry again.
I'm so bummed out I have to stay here at work. I'm so bummed out about that.
Well, we're going to have the Facebook Live video. In fact, maybe we can have Denny's get that fired up and going.
People on YouTube want to know why. Can we put on YouTube as well, or is it just going to go on Facebook? They're asking why they can't be on both.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, if you want, we could just do it on YouTube. I mean, if that's easier.
That might be easier,
yeah,
because we have something to go in.
Yeah, why don't we just carry over and do a separate? Should we keep? Probably we should end the ATS, post that, and then do a separate one. Yeah.
Plus, hey, YouTube, don't tell Facebook, but Facebook's a bunch of dicks. YouTube's way cooler.
They do seem to be cooler, don't they?
There's some dicks on YouTube, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But Facebook's a way bigger jerk.
Yeah, that seems to be better. Okay, so that's what we'll do. So we'll stay on YouTube then, and we'll have Jaybird kind of like I do a video. He'll be sitting here, he'll be chatting along.
But there'll be times where I'm probably just going to kind of be in my own little world.
Yeah.
It's going to get tiring if I have to continue. Because I'll start talking about some weird shit, man.
That's all right.
I know, man. I don't know if that is.
You and your thoughts and waffles.
I might take a nap. I don't know. I do not. Well, I didn't sleep. I really didn't sleep at all last night.
Okay.
Chewy kept on barking. He was.
Well, if you want to take a nap, maybe you could take a nap now, and then if people have gone on subscribed to the YouTube, it'll alert them when you come back on and when you're ready to start eating.
But then,
and you can do that.
You know what's going to happen?
What's that?
All these Johnny-come-latelys. Oh, you went blank because Jay Bird went and threw up, or he threw waffles away. They're gonna. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Mm-hmm. I see what you're saying. They will give you a hard time.
What do we do about that? Fuck them.
I don't. Here's the thing: you're never going to please everybody.
That's a very, very good point.
Yes. So
just even within a family,
you always have to look at one, taking care of yourself, and then two, trying to please the most amount of people. And then whatever the spillover is, you're just never going to win everything.
Very good.
That is life. Like, we just can't figure out the live stream stuff. Somebody said, Kev, YouTube isn't the greatest because we can't chat from our phone. The feed constantly goes out when we get off the internet, and it kills our battery. I can understand reallocating money, but YouTube isn't that good. Yeah, we'll look into it. If anybody has any suggestions, I just know the numbers were dwindling on live stream. And so the money is pretty extensive for what we're getting out of it and just where we need to reallocate it. So if anybody has any other ideas, maybe you guys can help us construct what it might be. And we've got till what, like the 20th or something like that, Suits? Yeah, so till January 20th. So we still have a week to try to figure it out. So maybe we can figure out something that would be better so we can do the best for everybody. So send us your emails, your thoughts on that. Mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. I wanted to give out a shout-out. Hopefully she's still on the podcast. Ginger at Edson Hill, Vermont. A buddy of mine was actually up there, and he's like, hey, I just ran into one of your KVJ Nationers up here. So.
I always wanted to go to Vermont, man.
Yeah. So Ginger and Edson Hill, Vermont, thank you very much for listening on the podcast. He said that's what she does. So happy to put anybody, too, listening outside of South Florida on the map. You just let us know exactly where you are, and we'll get it locked in. All right, Jay Bird back on YouTube here in a second, continuing the Great Waffle House Challenge. Will he be out here for 1:30 a.m. this morning? Well, stay tuned to find out. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.